too far into this. The whole goal of Wake Dad Drink Repeat is to define today's dad. So we want to start the show out by hearing your definition of a today's dad.
You know, I thought about this a lot today, and I think I could sort of best define it in 3 words: commitment, engagement, and passion. And I thought about that because I thought about how I interact with my children, and the first sort of most important thing I think about today's dad, or the dads that I admire the most, my colleagues, my friends, et cetera, are the commitment that they have to their family. That is first, it's paramount, it's absolute, it doesn't falter. There's so much that we're asked to do in general in life, but that commitment of that comes first no matter what. If I got to drop everything, if I got to choose between this and my kid's ball game, that's not even a question. I think that there was a generation or two behind us that didn't always have that mentality. It was sort of like work, and I'll hope, you know, somebody will take care of the kids, and I hope I keep you alive and get you through college. But like, you know, I think today's dad, it's commitment is huge, and it is unwavering. And I admire people that are like, I'm turning my phone off and I'm focused on this, or I got this, I mean, right over my shoulder, I got this like cool retro Evel Knievel, you know, wind up toy that I had when I was a kid. I found that they were remaking them, and I bought it, and I spent like 3 hours one day with my kids on the floor, like just full commitment, right? And it was like nothing else mattered. So I think that's the first one. I think engagement is another word I think of with today's dad, because it's all in. Like I don't multitask with my kids, and a lot of the dads that I admire, you're not on your phone trying to have like that commitment translates to that engagement. And if you're all in, you're all in, and you have that undivided attention, and it means so much more than just being present. Being present doesn't mean anything. Being engaged means everything. And those are those moments that you and your children, I think, will remember. I remember I think the grandparent in my generation, the grandparents are the ones who did that, not the dads.
Sure.
And remember those, because it was like your granddad was all in, and he was all engaged. And then I think the third thing that ties us two together is that passion of, I don't think today's dad pretends and fakes it and sort of placates kids and lets them win at everything and gives them a pat on the head every time they, you know, do the basics. But like, if something is really passionate, if my sons are really impassioned about something, or I have a real passion for something, like that engagement and that commitment translates to something that's like, okay, this is something really important I'm going to instill in you. And those 3 words are like today's dad, where we don't half-ass it. You're either all in, you're all out, and if you're going to be all in, we're going to dig into this thing, and we're not going to sort of sugarcoat it, because it's not going to do you any favors. So that's how I would define those 3 things in today's dad.
I'm so pissed that we're not like sitting together for that definition.